We're 1 month into the hurricane season, and so far, only one named tropical storm. That was Arthur back earlier in June across parts of Texas and the southeast. Going forward, the expected forecast activity is to be well below normal. The Colorado State University forecast only showing 9 named storms, 4 hurricanes, and only 1 major hurricane in the forecast from their seasonal forecast. The average is a lot more than that. So the reason for that is a lot going on, primarily El Niño. But let's talk about all of the factors that are at play. So we have ocean temperatures that are generally warm enough for development, but they're nowhere near as warm as previous years. Think back to Hurricane Beryl in late June of 2024. How strong of an El Niño will determine how much wind shear we have, and right now the expectation is a pretty strong El Niño and therefore more wind shear. If the Bermuda High is weaker, that high pressure area that sets up over the Atlantic, that could increase the potential for recurving tropical cyclones, and they wouldn't even reach the Caribbean or the east coast of the U.S. But there are some subseasonal variables that may change up what actually happens. Some of them are global drivers, such as the Madden-Julian Oscillation, which may increase tropical development briefly for a period of time in the season. And then, of course, Saharan dust as it comes across may inhibit that same kind of development. Now, what's interesting is in El Niño years, an interesting stat that I picked up from Michael Lowry, a former coworker of mine, no major hurricane has made landfall north of Florida since 1900. So it doesn't mean that there won't be any hurricane landfalls, but there's not been a major hurricane landfall during an El Niño. Some of the states in the southeast do have a slightly higher risk of a hurricane landfall, such as Louisiana, Georgia, and South Carolina during El Niños. And again, as I want to always say, the hurricane landfall risk is not eliminated. It's simply just lower. And if you think back to some of the quieter seasons we've had over the years, 1992 is a fantastic example with only a handful of storms, but Hurricane Andrew being a very costly storm for Florida.